In the village of Domrémy, nestled along the borderlands of northeastern France, a young peasant girl named Joan heard voices that no one else could. These were not ordinary voices, they were of her faith. In 1425, when France lay fractured by the Hundred Years' War, these faith messengers presented Joan with a daunting mission: to save France by installing Charles VII on the throne and expelling the English invaders. Despite her humble origins and lack of military experience, Joan's conviction was unshakable. By 1428, as the English laid siege to the strategic city of Orléans, Joan's mission became urgent. She traveled to Vaucouleurs, seeking an audience with Robert de Baudricourt, the local garrison commander. Initially skeptical, he was eventually persuaded by Joan's persistence and divine assurance. She was granted a small escort and dressed in male warrior's attire for her journey through hostile territory to Chinon, where the disinherited Charles VII resided. At Chinon, the court buzzed with intrigue and uncertainty. When Joan arrived in February 1429, she was subjected to rigorous theological examination and a cunning test of identity. She needed to recognize Charles, who disguised himself amid his courtiers. Joan, guided by her faith, identified him immediately, a feat that impressed the court and gave credence to her divine mission. Charles, desperate and intrigued, equipped Joan with armor and a small force. She set off for Orléans, the city that had become a symbol of French resistance. Her arrival lifted the siege-weary spirits of the defenders and altered the course of the war. Joan entered Orléans on April 29, 1429, through its besieged gates, a beacon of hope clad in white armor. Her presence invigorated the French forces, and her strategic insights, believed to be divinely inspired, turned the tide. Within days, Joan led a bold charge that forced the English to fortify their positions. Under her leadership, the French captured the strategic fort of Saint-Lô, and by May 8th, the English siege was broken. The miraculous turnaround shocked both allies and adversaries, cementing Joan's reputation. With Orléans free, Joan's next objective was the coronation of Charles VII in Reims. Deep within enemy territory, she persuaded Charles to march forth. The journey was perilous, marked by skirmishes and sieges, including the critical Battle of Patay, where Joan's forces crushed the English, capturing their commander, Sir John Fastolf. The march continued, town after town falling to Joan's army, largely without bloodshed, as her reputation alone was often enough to surrender English-held fortresses. Finally, on July 17, 1429, Charles VII was crowned King of France in Reims Cathedral, with Joan at his side, an undeniable validation of her divine mission. The tide of war did not turn completely in France's favor, and Joan was captured at Compiègne by Burgundian allies of the English in 1430. Her trial for heresy and witchcraft began in January 1431, an ecclesiastical court overseen by English partisans seeking her demise. Despite her young age, Joan defended herself with surprising eloquence and tenacity, but the outcome was predetermined. On May 30th, 1431, Joan of Arc was burned at the stake in Rouen, her ashes scattered in the Seine River to prevent any relics from being collected. Her death was mourned by her supporters and celebrated by her captors, yet her legacy endured far beyond her mortal life. In 1456, a posthumous retrial cleared her of all charges, and she was declared a martyr. Joan of Arc was canonized in 1920, her life and deeds becoming a symbol of French unity and national pride. Her story, a blend of mysticism, bravery, and tragedy, continues to inspire and resonate, a testament to the power of faith and the indomitable spirit of a young woman who changed the course of history. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give a like, share, and subscribe to receive notification when we drop new content.